Hello everyone, I'm Manoranjan H, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Bagepalli. Today we are going to discuss on strategic HRM, which is prescribed by Bangalore North University for 5th semester BBA. The topic which we are going to discuss today is strategic role of human resource management. In the previous video, we discussed on the topic HR practices which are prevalent in an organization's life cycle. So today we are going to discuss on the various strategical roles which are played by human resource managers in an organization. So the outcome of the particular video is would be like you will be able to understand the various roles performed by human resource managers, specifically strategical role played by human resource managers in an organization. Let us start. So these are important points or factors in which an organization in the human resource managers play a vital role. The first one is to develop a thorough understanding of your company's objectives. No doubt, it is a duty or a responsibility of every human resource manager to develop their own understanding of company's objectives. So they have to analyze what are the company's goals and responsibilities or objectives, vision, how to adopt to particular organization, how to develop their own understanding to satisfy those vision and goals. So it is the prime role of every human resource manager. Second comes evaluate your HR capability. So after understanding the company's objectives in a better manner, he has to evaluate his capability and link it with the objectives of the organization. So he has to understand and analyze what are his capabilities to meet the objectives of the organization, which is very important. The third one is analyze your current HR capacity in light of your goals. So no doubt every human resource manager has to analyze the current workforce or human resource capacity in an organization to meet the goals of an organization. So the very prime role and responsibility of every human resource manager to understand the workforce, the capacity which is meant to satisfy the goals and objectives of an organization. The next comes estimate your company's future HR requirements. After analyzing the HR capacity, the workforce, he has to develop or analyze how much future employee requirements would be there. Companies' requirements, business requirements would be there to satisfy the goals and objectives he has to analyze. So it is also very important factor which explains the importance or role of human resource manager in an organization. The next comes determine the tools required for employees to complete the job. No doubt, a human resource manager plays a vital role in whole organization's perspective, like starting from recruitment till the compensation, like recruitment, selection, training, all those stuffs. So it is a very important task of an HR manager to develop the tools, the tools, workforce tools to be required for an employee to complete the task or a job in an organization. The next comes to implement the human resource management strategy. He will have his own ideas or plans which are meant for satisfying the vision or goals of an organization. So he has to analyze, plan, evaluate everything, and then he has to implement his strategy in a better manner. So it is also very important key role played by every human resource manager in an organization. The last one comes evaluation and corrective action. Evaluation to be done and corrective action to be taken. So whatever the activities which are performed by human resource manager, he has to evaluate. If any changes to be done, he has to correct it, and the necessary changes to be accomplished in a specified time, so that there should not be any hindrances to the objectives or goals of an organization in future perspective. So this is the broad category or points which explains the role or an important factors of human resource manager. In this particular slide, which explains the same thing, like the role played by human resource manager or a management, there are two important things here: integrate strategy and HR builds culture. In a particular organization, the strategical role of a human resource manager comes with integrating the strategy or plan. So you will have different plan structures which will be accomplished or accumulated in one component. He has to understand, because starting from recruitment till we have compensation, he has to, or exit formalities, all these or different strategies will be there in different departments. He has to analyze or integrate the every strategy in a better manner. So it is a strategical, very hectic role played by HRM. The next one, HR builds culture. Apart from maintaining or integrating these plans, he also build a cordial atmosphere or culture in an organization, which is very important for employees to accomplish their task in a better manner. What is the purpose? So the right people to become more competitive on the global basis, for improving quality and innovation and customer service, to retain during mergers and acquisitions, and the last one, to apply new information technology for e-business. So each point explains the different task or a role which is played by human resource manager in an organization. The next slide explains the important key role played by human resource manager in a different perspective. So first one, it says strategical workforce planning. It starts with employee value proposition, strategical workforce planning. First, he has to understand how much employee requirement will be there. He has to understand. He has to create a value of employees. Next, he has to plan how many employees or workforce which is required in an organization, followed by recruitment and selection. For example, these many numbers of employees which are required to accomplish particular task, he has to go for recruiting those kind of employees, those many employees in an organization, followed by the selection procedure will be there. They will be having different tests. They have to clear it, and they will be appointed in the organization. So these are the tasks which is the role which is played by human resource manager. Then training. So after an employee, these many employees have been selected for an organization, he has to give proper training facilities to them to build their skills, which is very much required for the present workforce to be accomplished in an organization. Next comes performance management. Once the employees have been recruited and they have been given proper training, they will be working in an organization. Their performance will be assessed in a strict manner, or very various levels of tests or checking will be there to analyze their work which is been doing in an organization. They will be having performance appraisal methods. There are so many performance appraisal methods which will be done to check the authentic or knowledge level or work accomplishment of every employee in an organization. So this is one of the important performance appraisal technique: 360-degree feedback, 360-degree appraisal, or 360-degree feedback. He has to take the feedback from all round different layers, hierarchical levels, different stakeholders. He has to collect the feedback from everyone. So 360-degree feedback to be collected. This is also very important role which is played by an uh, HR manager in an organization. Next comes total rewards or compensation. He has to analyze how much pay or how much compensation or a reward to be given for particular task or employees for the particular work. So it is also very important. Based on the hierarchical level, their work, their tasks, roles and responsibilities, their reward system will be set. Next comes succession planning. So different hierarchical promotional levels. So he has to analyze what are the different promotional categories will be there and what are the different roles and responsibilities to be given for each hierarchical level. He has to analyze. Next comes retention management. So he has to satisfy each and every employee in terms of work and compensation and reward system, everything. They have to. It is main role of an HR manager to retain the employees for future business perspective for an organization. So he has to develop various strategies to retain an employee in an organization. So retain management. Next comes HR audits. So every year, like quarterly, half yearly, or yearly, HR tasks or works, the planning, everything, strategies, whatever has been done so far, so will be audited. So it is his prime duty or a role to get the documents audited in a proper manner, and everything should be in line with the organization. Next, it is a cycle. So again, he has to start with the same employee value proposition till HR audits. So this is the total basic structure of an human resource manager role. What are the different activities or a role which are performed by a human resource manager in an organization. So the same thing has been explained in this particular slide as well. So business knowledge, there are four parameters which linked with HR role, which is business knowledge, personal credibility, HR technology, followed by HR delivery. So these four parameters which explains for strategic contribution. Very important is business knowledge. He has to develop the business knowledge in an organization, followed by the personal credibility. In each and every employee who are working, he has to develop such an environment which explains, which improves the personal credibility of an employee in an organization, which will be helpful for business success in an organization, business success. So next followed by we have HR technology. So each and every tool which have been adopted by HR people for an employee helps in rendering different results, better results for an organization. So HR delivery, how we have to accomplish all these factors with strategic contribution, different ideas, strategies which will be followed in an organization will be. This is a broad category of HR duties or responsibilities or a role in an organization. In a crisp manner, in the creative HRM looks like this. The roles, strategic role in a creative manner looks like this. So HR, strategy execution, relationship management, performance management, team manage development, HR champion, success planning, succession planning, employee satisfaction, and the last one, organizational design. Each and every factor, the HR manager plays a strategic, very important role, which explained in the previous slides. This is linked to these points. So by this, I conclude myself with the presentation of different strategical role performed by every HR manager in an organization. Thank you so much.